Diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. And today I have with me one of those diamonds in the rough. His name is Garett Maag. He's a wide receiver out of North Dakota. Nice to meet you, sir.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
So, we got with us here today this big target at wide receiver, standing at about 6'4", 215 pounds. Very athletic guy who I know can make some great plays. But Garett, before we get started, give us some of your background, if you don't mind. Tell me where you're from and how you ultimately got to your university.
Yeah, well, I'm actually from Minnesota. Was born in St. Paul. Moved around a little bit. My family lived in Kansas for about 5 years, and we moved back up to Minnesota in Inver Grove Heights. That's where I lived when I went to high school at St. Croix Lutheran in West St. Paul. Played football, basketball, and track there. Actually, I was wanting to be a basketball player my whole life, but the AD Ryan Hulse at the time convinced me to join football my junior year, or to play my junior year, and that's where it all started. Fell in love with the game, and got some college attention from going to state junior year. We took second. We didn't win, but then senior year, had a good year. University of North Dakota, they reached out to me. They reached out to me my junior year, talked to them more my senior year, and just fell in love with North Dakota on a couple of visits there. Went on to my official visit there, and after that, I committed. I committed after a barbecue that they hosted, which was really cool in the summer. So yeah,
that's the way you win guys over, right?
Yeah.
Well, Garett, I mean, I appreciate you just kind of, laying a little bit of the foundation there. Do want to backtrack a little bit, like you said. I mean, there for a while, you thought that maybe basketball would have been the way for you. And then you said that you also did a little bit of track, but again, ultimately found your way to this sport in football. Why do you love this game so much? What makes it, your sport rather than basketball?
Yeah, it's the ultimate team game is how I that's what I love about it. It's just a bunch of your friends, bunch of your guys going out there, and you really only get one game a week. And so all that preparation builds up, and it's just awesome having that much preparation for one game.
Right. Well, and then you found your way there to North Dakota. Again, excellent school, really growing program. Some great talent actually coming out this season for sure. But obviously you were able to. I'm assuming you've already graduated. What's your situation academically?
Yeah, so I actually graduated last winter. It's actually last 2 years ago in December.
I know we're in a new year.
Yeah.
It's all confusing.
And with a degree in marketing, and then a management degree this December I graduated. So yeah.
Nice. So you ended up with 2 degrees.
Yep.
Okay. Well, hey, that works out, man. I mean, nice to be able to tuck those away and maybe use them at a later date. So, what makes North Dakota so special for you, man? I mean, whether it be the atmosphere, the classes, can you talk up that university just a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, North Dakota is great. I loved it there when I was there. Honestly, it's just the people there that make the place. That's what I say. I mean, I miss them already from not being there. Just the coaches, the staff, the academic staff, the athletic directing staff, and so they're just all really good people, and that's what makes North Dakota such a great place.
And then if we turn our attention to you as a football player, again making some great plays out there on the football field, but you're not the only guy doing that on that offense. So Talk about that offense overall, if you don't mind. And just kind of describe it a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we had a great year this year as an offense. I know there were some plays that we left out there, but yeah, starting with the O line. I mean, they're all coming back. They're big. They're nasty. They're smart. They're just really good players. And then quarterback Tommy Schuster's back. He's going to lead the team like he's always been doing. Running backs are solid. Wide receivers are going to be solid. They're tight ends. So yeah, they're gonna be solid.
Yeah, and I mean, I know that there's been a lot of great teammates over the years for you. Who's been the most impressive guy there for you when you look at maybe just kind of your career and like who has influenced you the most?
On offense or just the team?
Just the team as a whole.
Oof. There's a lot of guys, but some names that come to mind are CJ Siegel. He's this great guy. First off, really great athlete, good football player. I'm excited to watch him. He's back for another year, for 6th year. Yeah, he's a guy that sticks out to me. So yeah.
So yeah, I mean, obviously CJ, I had an opportunity to talk to him a while back ago. I want to say sometime during the fall. I can't remember, but it's been a
Yeah.
while. So obviously he's a guy who I feel like a lot of people need to keep their eye on for sure.
Hmm.
Also, you guys had a pretty darn good running back there too, who's doing some great things. Hoosman. So
Yeah.
uh, definitely a stud to watch out for this year as a prospect, along with yourself. So um, when you look at yourself as a prospect, obviously, I mean, you are this um, big wide receiver. So I don't
Yeah.
know if there's maybe perhaps a guy at the next level that you try your best to emulate, somebody that you model yourself after, or even someone you're a fan of. But how would you respond to that?
To someone that I model my game after or tried to model.
Sure.
Ooh, that's tough. I don't know. For a while, I was always a huge fan of DK Metcalf because he's just big, fast, and strong. I also love watching Adam Thielen. He's a good guy to watch route running wise and crafty. Yeah.
Also the local guy, I guess that
Yeah.
you got to be a fan of. So
Yeah.
I definitely get that there for him. But again, a little different than Thielen. I mean, you're this guy who can be a threat, in the end zone. The big guy that with the. I mean, let's just face it. If you're bigger than everybody else, they just have to put it within your reach, and you're able to come down with the ball. So. Um, what do you feel separates you as a prospect? Is it that? Is it something else? Uh, Go ahead and answer that question for me.
Yeah. What separates me, I think, is just my attention to detail, my ability to take coaching. And yeah, like you said, I think my size and my physicality and my speed is something that separates me. There's my speed for my size, I should say.
Gotcha.
What separates-
The other thing that I have in my notes, which I also feel you have going for you as well, is you're a team leader, you're a team captain. And a lot of what comes with that is people are drawn to you, as a leader. Talk to me about you as a leader of your program.
Yeah, I mean, my what I try to do every day, I mean, is just to be that servant leader for others, just put others before myself. Um, yeah, just that simple as that. Just be that servant leader for my family, my friends, my teammates. So yeah.
Gotcha. Well, hey, I mean, to each his own. I mean, when it comes to, how are with others. And then of course, being a leader, some people take to leadership, better than others. Some people are more talkers or some people are more doers. And then there's, some kind of in between, there a little bit, but, how would you kind of, measure that for yourself?
I would definitely say I'm more of a doer than a talker.
Okay, so you're not the guy giving the rah-rah speech. Have you ever
No.
done that?
No, not no. I'd say not.
So who is the hype man there for North Dakota?
His name is Caden Kaupinen. He's a safety, wears number 24. He's actually back for 6th year this year, so he's more the raw type of leader. So
He's a guy that's going to come and scream in your face, I suppose, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Well, Garett, I know you've had a lot of great memories, playing for your team there. Can you kind of mention a couple of them, maybe like a particular game or even a play that kind of sticks out in your memory?
Man, when we played, I think it was my sophomore year, we were still in the Big Sky. We played UC Davis. I'm pretty sure that, and we won on it was a really close game all the way through, and we won on a game-winning field goal from Brady Leach at the time. But yeah, that was a really good memory. And yeah.
How about this past season, man? What sticks out from this past season?
Yeah, I mean, I think a great memory was playing against Northern Arizona. Our offense, we had probably about we were in 2-minute drill at the end of the game. We were down, and we went all the way and scored a touchdown with a couple seconds left, and then our defense made great stops at the end for them to not kick a field goal or score. So that was a really awesome game. Good memory.
Nice. So, obviously, I know that you go out there and make, several great plays. What's your favorite route to run when someone asks you to do that, like in the huddle? You're just
Yeah.
like, licking your chops, going out there because you're going to make a great play.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, my favorite routes would be post route, deep post, or sluggo, slant and go, and just a go ball. Just go
Of
deep.
course, every wide receiver loves the go ball. So,
Yeah.
well, hey, obviously, Garett, you made a name for yourself there at your university. You finished up, and then after you finished your time up there, you ended up taking taking a route to the small school showcase there in Dallas. Talk about your experience there with the CGS and what you learned from it, what you took away from it.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, it was great. Showed up Friday, had meetings, did a lot of testing, did like a brain test, and forgot what this other thing was called. DXA scan, testing our like BMI and bone density. It was cool. Yeah, then after the meetings, Saturday, then we did like 1-on-1s, 7-on-7, Skelly, team, and it was a good atmosphere, very energetic. Everyone got a lot of reps, and then Sunday was the scrimmage, and yeah, I thought it went really well for me personally too. So yeah.
So when you sat down maybe with some of those scouts, in some of those interviews, what are some of the things that are, happening in those interviews? What are they asking? I mean, is there like I don't know, did anyone throw you like a curveball of a question?
So we didn't get interviews from scouts. That was the CGS, like that was the showcase after the small school showcase. But I did talk to scouts after the scrimmage with the help of my agent Alex, and just introduced myself to them, and yeah.
So how's that working for you? I mean, obviously, looking at yourself as a prospect, moving forward, getting a chance to sit down with the NFL scouts, how are you taking everything in, man? Like, is this surreal or what, man? Talk about like just kind of your overall impression.
Yeah, it's a little surreal. It hit me that the small school showcase a little bit, but yeah, I'm just trying to take it day by day. I'm really appreciative towards Alex and what he's done for me. Yeah.
And of course, now you're training for your pro day and getting yourself prepped up for those sorts of things. How are you doing that, man? Where are you at right now in training?
So I'm training at ETS Performance in Woodbury. yeah, I mean, right now we're working on 40 starts, working on shuttle drill, L drill, and just trying to get to a field as much as I can and just run routes and catch and keep that up.
So I gotta ask, where are you with some of those drills? Like, do you know what people are going to be expecting, whether it be like your 40, your vert, your bench? Like, do you know any of those numbers right now, or anything that you're trying to obtain?
Yeah. Um, from what I'm trying to obtain for like 40 would be like a 4.45, in that range. Uh, Vertical, I've jumped a 39 and a half, so maybe hopefully I can get a 40. Broad jump, I've been jumping 10.8 right now. Um, I
Well,
don't know for shuttle
well,
drill.
those are nice already. I mean, just kind of sitting on that alone. Obviously, you're in a position where you're checking some boxes where I know that you have some attributes that a lot of pros are going to like. I mean, obviously, you already got the size, and dude, if you can go out there and run a respectable 40.
Yeah.
And like you said, I mean, you got the basketball background. So, I mean, I know you're going to have a solid vertical. So, we're not going to worry about that so much. Broad jump is solid as well. So, physically, you got all the tools to go out there and really compete with the pros. Let's be real, though. I mean, what do you think that you need to improve on? I mean, kind of moving forward. I mean, what are you really training to improve yourself on?
Yeah, I think the big thing for me is just sharpening up my routes, not rounding out of cuts, just getting out of cuts as quickly as possible. And yeah, that's the big thing that I would like need to work on.
Well, cool. I mean, obviously you got some coaches that are, helping you work on those things and getting you prepared for your pro day. And really looking forward to that pro day. And I'm assuming that's what, sometime in April, right?
Um, End of March.
End of March. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
So something definitely to look forward to there.
Yeah.
Uh, I do want to take a moment and just kind of step out of football a little bit and meet this guy, Garett Maag. So tell me something that's not football related about you, man. Any of your personal interests, hobbies, any passions in your life,
Yeah.
anything else going on in your life that you want to share with people that you find interesting. So give me something.
Yeah, I proposed to my now fiance in July.
So she said yes. That's a good thing.
She said yes. So yeah, we don't have a date yet, but it'll be 2024 early summer.
Well, hey,
Or
man, take your time on all that. You're
yeah.
good. So,
Yeah. Yeah, some of my hobbies that I love is golfing and fishing and a little bit of hunting too. So yeah.
okay. Well, that's good. I mean, obviously, obviously for guys that are kind of out in your way, I mean, I get a lot of these, hey, I got to be an outdoorsman kind of, bit. So it's all good there. Um, I know that obviously you're training and got good size to you again, like I said, 6'4", 215, but occasionally I would assume that you would love to have a cheat meal. If you had a cheat meal, what would that cheat meal be?
Oh man, there's a lot.
Well, give me
um,
something just for fun.
yeah, cheat meal. Well, one of my favorite meals is my dad makes these delicious buffalo chicken wings, um, which I would count as a cheat meal. Other than that, for like a restaurant, I'd probably pick Cane's. I love Cane's. So yeah.
Well, great. Is that a place there like in Minnesota where you're from?
I think Minnesota, maybe Illinois. I know some other states got it, but yeah. North
Gotcha. Well,
Dakota doesn't have one.
that's hey, that's what it is. So
Yeah.
we'll just leave it at that. Well,
Yeah.
Garett, as we wrap things up, I want to give you one last opportunity to talk to some more scouts that I know are interested in this big target out of North Dakota. And just tell them the reason why they need to take a chance on you, sign you, bring you into their team, and make you part of their program. So go ahead and hit them with your pitch.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be that team player, team before myself always. And I'm gonna give it my all, and I'm not gonna quit. So yeah, keep it
Yeah, I
simple.
mean, you're getting a lot out of Garett Maag for sure. Getting a guy who, I mean, let's just face it. I mean, you look at him in a lineup and you can say, "Hey, that's the guy that I want." I mean, you look the part. You're going to go out there, you're going to test well, and really showcase that at your pro day and open up some eyes. So, do wish you best of luck moving forward. All right.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Jimmy.
Sure. Once again, Garett Maag, wide receiver, North Dakota. Check him out.